honestly exhausting. Not because life was particularly hard, but because somehow we were all terrified of literally everything. A weird woman on the internet? Immediate panic. Losing sight of your mom for 3 seconds in a store? Basically a life or death situation. And every time we turn off the basement lights, we were just convinced that something was chasing us. We spent our entire childhood preparing for quicksand, killer toys, snakes in the toilet, and a woman named Momo. Meanwhile, actual dangers never even crossed our minds. So today, I'm talking about all of the childhood fears that we all shared.
Let's do it.
Let's start with the classic, the monster under the bed. Apparently every kid on Earth just agreed that there was a creature living under your mattress. And for some reason, we all believed the exact same thing. The monster couldn't attack you if you were under your blanket. Because apparently the blanket was just like a force field or something. But let's just rewind for a second and just let's think about that mentality. This terrifying creature is supposedly strong enough to like pull you to the underrealm, but a blanket? Way too powerful. So the second your foot would go out of the blanket and hang over the bed, sorry man, but you were done. So you just pull it back as fast as you possibly could because you didn't want to risk that monster there pulling you out of bed and sucking you to the underworld. Moving on, let's talk about the dark. Because as a kid, you were never actually scared of things that you could see, but we were scared of things that you couldn't see. Which again brings me to the dark. Because the dark itself wasn't actually scary. It's what might be lurking in the dark. Every shadow just suddenly looked like a person. Every pile of clothes became suspicious. Every tiny noise sounded like a monster had broken into your house and was gonna kidnap you. And if you had to walk through a dark room, it was never just a casual stroll. It was a full-on sprint. Because you never wanted to be in that dark room alone for too long, because again, who knows what was lurking in there. Grab what you need, get out, take no unnecessary time, because you want to get out of that dark. And whatever thing was trending at school that year suddenly became the thing that was hiding in the shadows. And for a lot of us, that was Momo. Momo spread through schools faster than actual news. And if you don't know what Momo is, consider yourself very lucky. It was basically this creepy picture of like this statue woman that had these weird bird legs and a very creepy smile. And for some reason, literally every kid on the internet just became obsessed with it. Nobody really knew what Momo actually was. Nobody knew where she came from. But somehow, everybody had a story about Momo. My cousin got a call from Momo. My friend's brother got hacked by Momo. The stories got more ridiculous every day. At first, Momo was just a picture, but then somehow she had like evolved into chainmails, haunted horror stories, just Momo was literally everywhere, okay? And let's just say every single kid that I knew, and even myself, we were absolutely terrified. Which explains why turning off the basement light as a kid was a life or death situation. Every kid followed the exact same procedure. Step 1, turn off the basement light. Step 2, run as fast as you can. There was no step 3, okay? Because again, turn it off and you run. That was it. Turn it off, run. Turn it off, run. Turn it off, run. Because dude, you did not want to be trapped in that basement with the lights off, because there was something chasing you, okay? There was something there.
We do this every time.
But at least with the basement monster, there was a chance that it wasn't real. But bugs, those things are unfortunately very real. Especially flying bugs. Because you're basically just sitting there, minding your own business, having a grand old time, when suddenly you hear right beside your ear. And this ensues immediate panic, okay? Because again, you're just trying to have a good time and this bug just decides to like gonna bother you right in your ear. Like, why are you always aiming for the ear, okay? Why? So then, of course, you start swatting the air like a lunatic, okay? You're like, get away! But somehow, flying bugs weren't always the worst ones. Because the worst bugs were the ones that just, poof, disappeared. Because if I can see the spider, I know where it is. It can be located. Of course, it's still not great because, I mean, come on, it's a spider, but at least you can see where it is, right? But if I look away for 1 second and look back and that thing is gone, My house is gone, okay? Because I'm out of there. My house is being burnt down because where did the spider go? Where is it? I don't know. It could be crawling in my hair at this point. It could be in my bed. Nah. I'm out. I'm leaving my house and literally never coming back. Now let's talk about someone hiding behind your shower curtain, okay? Because I think collectively we can all agree this was something that everybody thought about as a kid. I kind of think about that now still. Because you just walk into that bathroom, you see the shower curtain, and you're like, I should probably check behind there because I feel like there's somebody just waiting for me. So what do? You get your fist ready, you wind up, and you just attack that shower curtain and pull it back to usually reveal nothing. I'm sure some people have unfortunately revealed something, but most of us probably haven't, and let's just keep it that way. Bad haircuts. Because as a kid, getting a haircut was literally one of the most stressful things ever because you don't want to be showing up to school looking completely botched. So every time you got a haircut, usually you'd go into the barber kind of excited, kind of like, maybe this haircut will be really good. I'm gonna have a massive glow up. But by the time it's done, you walk out of there looking completely mutilated. Okay, you are not looking good. So now you have to wait like however long it is, maybe like a month for your hair to go back to normal. So that entire month you're just humiliated. You're walking down the school hallways like, don't look at me. Next we have this weird fear that we all somehow collectively shared. Your tongue getting stuck on a pole. And I feel like adults were usually the ones that were kind of bringing this to our attention. Which makes me wonder who and like how many people were doing this that it became like a warning. Like adults were like, don't stick your tongue to a pole. How many people were doing this? Because what? Like every winter, adults just acted like kids were just gonna go around licking poles left and right. Like, no, I wasn't really planning on doing that. I was never at school thinking, ooh, you know what sounds fun today? Licking a pole like a candy cane. But after hearing about it so much, it does make you start to wonder, what if I did lick the pole? Because that's what happens when you tell a kid not to do something. They want to do it. Anyway, every adult also seemed to have a story about this. There was always some kid, some weird, mysterious kid, who apparently licked a pole and their tongue got stuck on it. Now, nobody ever knew his name. He was like almost like a legend, okay? Everyone knew about this infamous kid that did this. But again, nobody knew his true identity. He was basically the Bigfoot of elementary school. Moving on, who else as a kid was scared that there was just a snake sitting in your toilet waiting for you? I was. Like, who even started this rumor? Seriously, who started this, okay? Because as a kid, this had me scared, okay? I just be in the toilet, I just wanna go, I just wanna go. All of a sudden, I picture a little snake. I picture it's in the toilet, okay? And I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared, okay? Because I just need to go. But now I can't go because I'm scared there's a snake in there. Now, speaking of things that probably weren't real but terrified us, toys coming to life. Toy Story really had us out here questioning everything. The movie wanted us to think that toys were like our friends, yet I feel like that's not what we thought. We thought that toys were like the enemy. We thought they were Chucky. We thought they were scary, okay? In my head at least, they were not my friend. I was worried that I would turn away, they would come to life and like attack me. That's what I was worried about. And especially at night, okay? Because during the day I'm like, if they come to life, it's light out, it's not so bad. But the second that sun goes down and the moon comes up, I'm scared of the toy. I'm scared of you. And especially dolls. I don't know what it was about dolls, but those things were scary. Like, why were they always staring at us directly, it seemed? It seemed like their eyes would follow us. I didn't like it. And then you'd wake up in the middle of the night, look over and you see your little doll there just staring at ya. It's definitely alive and it definitely wants to end my life. Now for the dentist. The dentist always starts with reassurance. Don't worry, it's not gonna hurt. Immediately concerning, okay? Because nobody says it's not gonna hurt before a good thing. Are you kidding me? Like, you're not giving me ice cream and you're like, it's not gonna hurt. No, you're saying enjoy. That sentence literally only appears in a situation that is likely going to hurt. So you're just sitting there in the chair, mouth literally wide open, okay? You're like, your jaw's hurting. You're like, and the dentist is like, wider, wider. Girl, I can't go wider. I can't go wider than this, okay? This is like the max my jaw can go. And then they're just there cleaning your teeth like, it honestly hurts. It honestly hurts. And don't even get me started on the noises, okay? Because why is there a drill in my mouth? Why is it like, why? Why? And finally we have quicksand. This was honestly the greatest scam in childhood history, okay? Because growing up, you were taught and you believed that quicksand would be this gigantic issue, yet it never actually was. Like, I know that me as a kid, I was always on the lookout for quicksand, man. I was like, oh my God, that sand, it looks like quicksand. We're not gonna go in there, okay? Because again, as a kid, you thought this would be such a bigger issue than it actually was. Like, honestly, I had a plan. Like, I knew how I would get out of quicksand if that ever happened to me. I had a plan. I knew how to get out of it. But I never got in it, thankfully. But I want to know how this was taught to us as kids. Like, how did this come to be? Why and how did we all collectively think that quicksand was this huge issue? Like, I'm almost 20 and I've gone my whole life now without even seeing quicksand. Not a single time. Yet somehow it was the thing that I feared the most, which perfectly sums up childhood. Looking back, childhood was basically surviving imaginary threats. We were scared of monsters under our bed, Momo, things that we just couldn't even see. Meanwhile, the actual dangers in life literally never crossed our minds. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I still look behind the shower curtains to this day. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, because why not?